What is going on? GeoFucks, Psych Perspectives. I just want to say this. Black men don't owe you traditional masculinity. Black men don't owe you toxic masculinity. You know, this is what gets me, right? And this is, disclaimer, because I already know what I'm about to hear, blah, 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 blah. And you got your opinion. You got your right to your opinion. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice, right? Okay, so disclaimer. You see what's behind me. Okay, so intersex, trans, queer, pan, gay, living my life, right? So I already know what we about to hear. I am definitely alphabet gang warrior. But I'm also proudly black. Black American, American Black, African American, a part of the African diaspora. All right? Ancestors are African. All right? From the continent of Africa. Okay? From one of the various countries on the continent of Africa. Okay? All right? But, okay, the police, hey, stop. The policing of, of gender in this society. I mean, the minute a black man isn't being, either, it seems like for black men, especially black cisgendered men, but really black masculinity, right? It seems like if he's not being, or they're not being aggressive, brute, domineering, threatening, menacing, always angry, always, just, I'm mad, I'll beat your ass, I'm tough, hear me roar. If that's not the stereotype that they place on black men, black masculinity, black masculine people, beings, and then it's just, if a black man doesn't adhere to that and does something different, is his own masculinity, has his own way of doing things, and it's different than what has been seen as being the norm, or what is seen as being a man, he is seen as being emasculated. Somehow his manhood is less than. Somehow his manhood is not good enough. And then it's always something to associate with being feminine. And then which also goes to say, like, people view femininity as a lesser than, a second class, a back seat, a negative. And then when you add in the feminine, then you get to the hatred of the homophobia and the biphobia and the transphobia and the queerphobia and everything else that takes place. Then it's, oh, you must be gay. And then, like, we're making assumptions about a person's sexuality because of what they're wearing. Like, because of how they act. You can't look at a person and know, oh, well, they must be heterosexual because look at how they're walking. It's not how it works. It's not how it is. But we live in a society where it's like, oh, so we got all these things right now. They upset because Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, or A$AP Rocky and Riri, the cover of the magazine, you got people talking about, oh, they're emasculating the black man. They're taking his masculinity away. And then there's just also, like, the men's rights activists, the MRAs, who are just like, yeah, look at this masculine woman and this feminine man. And then it's like, okay, if he is feminine, if she is masculine, okay, what's wrong with that? Everyone doesn't have to be the same. And then what's wrong with a masculine woman? What's wrong with a feminine man? And again, we're making assumptions based off what? Like, and then what's wrong with a man following and what's wrong with a woman leading? And then more importantly, why does any of this matter? I mean, it's not your relationship. It's not my relationship. Do what works for you. If you don't want that type of relationship set up, then go and get the one that you want. Go have the one that you want. If you don't want to be a feminine man or what you perceive as being a feminine man, then don't do it. I just don't understand. Like, if you don't like it, then you don't have to like it. Then you don't have to participate in it. You don't have to do it. I don't understand. You know, it's like, you know, listen to what you say when you say, you know, freedom, freedom, freedom. What does that really mean? Because if you're free to be you, how come I can't be free to be me? And how come they can't be free to do them and be in the relationship and take pictures on magazines the way they want to with their child? And then when you would think people would be happy, you know, because for the longest, the queers, the LGBT, oh my God, they're ruining the black family. They're taking away the black family. They're breaking down the black family, the black community. Okay, well, he's with Rihanna. She's with A$AP Rocky. They are together with their child. You would think that would be a happy hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah moment. You would think that would be in there happy and just shouting and oh my goodness, how great this is. Oh, reestablishing the black family structure. Oh. But no, y'all complaining about that too. It's just like, again, to each his own. But we, at some point, we got to start, like, come on, y'all. What's really wrong? Why are y'all upset? Black men don't owe you any of that. If a black man is into his fashion, into his style, he's feminine, he's in touch with his emotions, he communicates, he's verbal, he has emotional intelligence, he cries. That's okay. That's a good thing in my book. I'm glad. I'm happy that he is. That's a healthier look in my book. And it isn't just because I'm in the LG to the B to the Q to the I to the A. Might as well go on and say the plus. Community, okay? It isn't just because I'm in the alphabet gang community, alphabet gang mafia warrior, or whatever. All the things that y'all accuse us of being, and I just take it and joke back with you. Because to me, it's just like, what? Like, okay. But like I was saying, it's just, it's wild to me, right? And then there's another magazine picture that everybody is going crazy about. And everybody's going crazy, and they're just like, oh, well, he's got on pink, and look what he's wearing. Oh my God, they're emasculating the black man. And I'm like, and somebody said this on Twitter, and I couldn't agree more with you. Somebody said this on Twitter and was just like, well, according to the gender critical folks, the transphobic and, according to them, right, the alt-right and the conservative, and yeah, according to them, they think, gender is binary. There's only man and woman, male and female, boy and girl. And these are innate. So, like, in their eyes, if you're born male, you automatically are a man. A boy, a man. If you're born female, you're automatically a girl, woman. Innately. That's their belief. Even though you've got people such as myself who are intersex, born intersex. Okay? Intersex, trans man here, okay? And then that's the thing. It's like, I identify under the trans umbrella because it's like, technically I was never male or female. Uh-oh. So much for that binary BS. But that's your opinion. Okay. But again, that's what opinion for you. That's what you believe for you. You can't push your belief on me, right? So the same way you keep saying we're spreading the LGBT agenda and all this other shit, but yet you're spreading your cis-het agenda this entire time, right? Like, so I can't... Okay, whatever. Anyways. If it's innate and all of that, then how can someone emasculate a man? Because regardless, he's still a man. He identifies as a man, right? And you said that it was innate, right? So how can you take away his masculinity if that's innate, if that's already born within, if that's, automatic? Then how can you take it away? How can you take it away? See, y'all don't even believe in your own shit. Y'all really out here. And then really when it all comes down to the emasculation is you're disrespecting this man because he is expressing his manhood in a different way than you. You mad because he is living his life differently from you. That's, and then you're bullying and you're abusing and you're assaulting. I mean, that's a lot of anger towards something that you supposedly don't care about. There's something deep within for this to be the critical thing. Everybody doing, and I'm doing it too. Let's be real. This right now is a think piece. So I can't be a hypocrite here. I'm doing it too. I'm hypocritical to say I'm not. I'm doing it too. But we all having think pieces. I just included myself. We all having think pieces because this man is holding his child, which you would think people would be freaking happy about. I know I am. I'm glad when I see cis men being in their child's life and being there with their girlfriends, their wives, or the mother of the child, or the person that they had the child with. Because you know what? Too many times cis men aren't there. So you would think people would be happy as hell to see that. But no, they mad because he's holding his child and Rihanna's in front, in front. And from that, and that's another thing, just the imagery. And that's how you know we're all operating, in my opinion, from toxic masculinity, white supremacy, and patriarchy. Because why do we always assume because somebody's in the front that they're automatically leading and or they have more power and or everything's always a competition. Everything's always, well, I got more than you, or I'm bigger than you, or I'm better than you, or I got more power. Why do we have to think like that? Everything here is so divisive. But anyways, because he's doing that and she's doing her and they're doing them together with their child, with their son, with their kid, people are upset. And it's just like, why? But again, I'm going to say this. Black men don't owe you traditional masculinity or what is seen as traditional masculinity. They don't owe you toxic masculinity. They can do their masculinity how they see fits them, works for them. Because ultimately, we have free will. And people have the freedom within theory, to express themselves and be who they are, right? So everyone doesn't have to do the same things, right? Like, so why do we have to trip because this man is holding his baby and Rihanna is leading him, or in front of him, or side to side, and what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with it, and I just want black men to know that it's okay to be soft. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be talkative. It's okay to be light-spirited, happy. It's okay. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be happy. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to wear pink or like music. It's okay if you're gay. It's okay if you're bi. It's okay if you like women. It's okay if you like if you're heterosexual. It's okay if you're cisgendered. It's okay if you're transgendered. It's okay to be you, black men. And you don't have to feel boxed in. And you don't have to feel like you got to be something that you're not to appease other people. It's okay to be authentic. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to cry sometimes. And I feel like when we sit up here and do all of this, shit, and then we wonder why so many men in our community don't, one, suffer from mental health and depression alone, don't know how to communicate their needs, are committing suicide, are suffering from various addictions brought on by the trauma from childhood to adulthood to currently. So many people living in the closet. So many people are going through a lot mentally, physically in our community. And then you wonder why they don't know how to open up to their partners. They don't know how to be emotional. They don't know how to share their feelings. They don't know how to open up and care. They can't communicate. They can't do this. They can't. You wonder why, but it all starts at how we police masculinity, femininity, gender, sexuality. All of this starts at home, within the community, within the home. And if you're sitting up telling him that he's soft and he's a punk and he's a bitch and he's gay and all of this shit because he cries, because he shares how he's feeling, and you make him feel like he's weak or lesser than because he needs help or he got hurt, don't be surprised when he doesn't know how to show his emotion, when he doesn't know how to feel, when he becomes closed off, when he becomes violent. Because in our communities, and it isn't just the black community, it's the way masculinity is taught and preached through toxic masculinity, through white supremacy, through the oppression. I'm just going to throw it out there. That's my opinion, and that's what I've experienced, and that's what I've lived through. Can't deny my lived experience just because it's different from yours. So, yeah. It's just crazy. You're free to be you. That's all I want to say. I'm out.